there's a fine line between innovative and gimmicky. So today we're going to be testing out some products that are really unique, but is that for their benefit or for their demise, basically. Most of these products, actually every product here I have already tested once, and I think for all of these products, they were all pretty much fails on the first try. We're gonna give them another chance today. Honestly, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little scared because I actually do want my makeup to turn out well today. If you guys like these sorts of videos, if you like makeup, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. Also, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and test out some super unique products. So as I've said, I've already tested out all of these products, and for most of them I do have either a short form content or a long form content that they were featured in, so you can see my first impressions. This is an eyebrow stencil. So basically it's supposed to have a lot of different variety in brow shapes. You can pick the one that suits your face the best, or that looks the most similar to your natural brows, I guess, or just the shape that you want. And then you're supposed to hold it up and then use that as a guide, a stencil for filling in your brows. Sounds like a good idea, because honestly I don't have a lot that I'm working with, so I have to do a lot of plastic surgery when it comes to my brows, and they're never quite identical. They're always distant relatives. So I thought, in theory, this would be great. In reality, the first time I used them, the brows just turned out very, very, very harsh and blocky. To be fair, I used a powder and I wasn't being super precise with my application. We're gonna give it another shot today. I'm gonna try to use a marker, a brow marker, and just be a little bit lighter with my application. Hopefully that makes a difference. Personally, I got this little stencil kit off of Yes Style. I'm not exactly sure what the brand is called because it's in Korean. My Hangul is rusty, okay guys? I learned the Korean alphabet when I taught in Korea, what, 8 years ago now? But I have not been practicing it much. And I was never fluent in Korean, by the way. I just learned the alphabet, but I don't know what this is called, but I will link it if I can find it. And it's really cool because, like I said, there's a lot of variety in the brow shape. And you get this little nifty heart doodad that you punch in to the stencil like so that you can hold it up to your face easier. And I really like that. I like that you can pop it out, change the stencil, and I think it's easier than just holding it directly because you'd have to press down and it wouldn't be equally distributed pressure, and you know, this just makes it a lot easier, so I like this touch a lot. Let's try on a couple of stencils and see which one suits me the best. This is number 1. These look very straight. Yeah, a little straighter and thicker than I normally go, but that could work. So I'll set that aside as like a maybe. All right, so number 2 is a little bit more arched. That looks like it suits my natural shape a little bit better, but do I prefer the straight look? We'll put that to the side too. Let's do number 3. These are like almost curved downward. It would be interesting to try a different shape every day of the week and see which one really suits your face the best. Would you guys be interested in seeing that as a short form content or as a full video? And then you can all like vote. That might be fun. This is 4. These are very straight and almost angular on the end. Not that. Ooh, these are more arched and thick. No, way too thick for me. A lot higher than I normally go right there. I feel like that might look weird on me. All right, here's number 7. It's almost a steeper arch on the end. That might work. I'll set that one aside. All right, number 8. Last but not least. Actually, I was thinking this looked the strangest at first, but now that I'm using it, that might be a good fit too. It's gonna be hard. I think I'm gonna go with 2. I'm gonna brush my brow hairs up first. To fill in the brows, I'm gonna use the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I have the shade Ash Brown. Here goes nothing, friends. Is that straight? Whoa, what did I do over here? Maybe I didn't pick the right shape. Oh my gosh, that's way higher than I normally go. I have regrets. I think I chose the wrong one. I didn't notice how high it went up out here. Oh well. I think I chose the wrong stencil. This one is way higher and they're so short. What was I thinking? I'm gonna wipe this off and we'll try again. We'll try a different shape. Okay, we're gonna pretend like that never happened and we're going to try number 8. Okay, I actually want this to turn out well. I'm really trying here, guys. I'm double checking the ends. My brow on this side comes in a little closer, but I'm not gonna shave or tweeze them right now. So, oh well. Oh no, did I put it slightly off center? I think I put it a little closer to this side. Dang it! That's the thing too, if you don't line this up perfectly, if you put it too high, if you put it too low, if you put it too far to the right, to the left, then the shape is, even if it is identical, it's gonna be off. Honestly, I feel like this one is better, but I don't know. I think it's a good idea, and maybe I'm just not dexterous enough. Is that the word? Dexterity? My dexterity needs some work. Could just be a me thing, but personally, I just find it a little hard. I'd rather my brows be distant cousins than all of that struggle for a meh result. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna go try to fix these quickly off camera and then we will move on to the next product. Okay, I was able to fix them slightly. They're still a little bold, but I hope that after the makeup is done, it'll all come together. I will say too, I have little like lines on my forehead. I don't know if you can see. So definitely if you are going to use this eyebrow stencil, do your foundation after. Do this first, because if not, your base is gonna be messed up. Let's move along. We're gonna try out a primer that looks really cool, but does it actually work? This is the Catrice Endless Pearls Beautifying Primer. The texture definitely caught my eye, but I will say a few times I've used this, I have not been impressed. It doesn't come out with little beads. They sort of burst, I guess, as you're pumping them out. And I thought this was gonna be a luminizing primer, give your skin a little bit of a glow, but honestly, it just has little tiny micro sparkles to make you look like Edward Cullen, and it sort of pills under makeup, clings to dry patches. It's not hydrating at all, so it's not a glowy primer that's gonna be glowy because of the hydration. The only sort of glowiness you're going to get from this is from that micro glitter. It does sink into the skin really quickly, which is nice. It feels refreshing as you're applying it because it has a very serum-y texture. But yeah, if you look really closely to your skin, you do see tiny little sparkles in it, which personally is not my favorite. And it's not super glowy. You know, I just don't really see what the point is. To me, it's just like, it looks pretty, but I would say it's a gimmick. I don't have a foundation, concealer, all the rest of my base. I don't have a product to test, but I do have a product for the eyes and the lips, so I'll go ahead and do everything else, and then we'll be back to test out the last 2 gimmicky or great products. So the next product is this stamp liner from Lottie London, and basically it's supposed to make it really easy to do your wing, which I know a lot of people struggle with, myself included. So the first time I tried this, I just found it hard to get them to be the same steepness, slopiness, if that makes sense. You get a little triangle stamp and then you get a really fat, stubby little felt tip marker. I liked how black it was, but I didn't like how stiff it was when I first used it. So let's try it again. I think this is one of those things that maybe practice makes perfect. It's strange because it's a little triangle, but actually the bottom of the triangle is a diamond shape. So I'm not exactly sure where you're supposed to place the diamond. You're supposed to use one of the edges to lay it flat. Like, I'm not sure about that shape. I feel like if I laid it flat, it'd be very high. Yeah, that's pretty steep, pretty high, but it's fine. And also, if you have hooded eyes like me, like obviously when you stamp it down and then you open your eyes, you're probably gonna have to go in and fill in the gaps. Yeah, I mean, this one's definitely a little bit more up but not bad. If you are completely useless when it comes to eyeliner, or you just really want some sort of guidance, this could work, but you are gonna have to go in and zhuzh it. Like, it's not gonna be one stamp and you're ready to walk out the door. Obviously, I have to go in and fill in the gaps, connect everything, and fix any mistakes. So at that point, it's like, wouldn't you rather just not have to worry about the stamp? Like, does it make it easier? Really? I don't know about that. Why did I point them up so high? Also, the tip of the stamp is not super duper sharp, so that's kind of a bummer. I will say it dries nice and matte though, which I really like. I just don't like how stiff this tip is. I feel like I'm stabbing my eyeball. It's going over this glitter pretty well. What happened? Why is this one like, what in the world? Oh man. I really do want my makeup to look good today because it's actually my husband and I's 8th anniversary, which is crazy. Gosh dang it. Can I flick it away? You know, I just think it's not working because I have 2 different eye shapes. This eye is much more hooded. I think that's part of the reason why I'm struggling. This eyeshadow is so jacked up now because I've had to do it like 3 times. Alright, you know, that's just gonna have to be good enough. Obviously, this is still much higher, but it's fine. You know, honestly, I feel like this is even harder than when I normally do my eyeshadow because once you stamp it down, it's like there's no going back. Whereas if I just do a little like dot, or I'm like maybe here, it's not as big of a commitment, if that makes sense. You got a little bit more wiggle room to zhuzh it and change the angle as you go. Whereas if you just go in with one big stamp, there's less room for error. Like, you really have to be perfect on that placement the first time. Last but not least, the thing that I'm probably the most scared for, the Sachu lip liner stay in play peely lip liner thing. If you saw my most recent short, you will know how this ended. It was not good. It was not good. And one of you guys really funnily suggested using it for Halloween, which I just might do because I thought that was a really great idea. Anyway, the first time I used this, for some reason, it peeled off before it was supposed to, and it got in my mouth, stained all my teeth, red was everywhere. It didn't even leave a stain on my lips, so I don't know if my lips were just too dry, if I was talking too much and it disconnected it, but we're gonna try again today. I'm gonna leave it on as long as I can, and I'm gonna try not to talk or move my lips because maybe the movement was just too much. We'll give it another shot, but I'm really scared. I have the shade Muah-ve, by the way. It looks really dark, but I'm pretty sure the stain it leaves behind is much lighter. And kind of like the eyeliner, you have to be really careful because there's no mistakes. Like, if you put this in the wrong spot, you're gonna have messed up lip line and you really can't fix it. I'm trying to make sure I do a thick enough layer to where it'll peel off easily. It's a lot thicker than I thought it was gonna be. It's more like a jelly than a liquid. What the? I think my stopper just broke because there's no stopper in here now. What is happening? Look at this. As if this product wasn't messy enough. Ah! It's going everywhere. Alright, I'm gonna try to leave this on for as long as possible and not talk. Alright guys, let's try to feel. My mouth is like glued shut. Oh! Not again, no. 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 Okay, so basically to summarize, I hate this. I hate this with a burning passion. It did stain my lips, but it also stained my tooth. I had to scrub with my toothbrush and it's still a little bit red. It stained my fingers. It stained everything. It's too messy. The stopper's broken. It's leaking. It doesn't peel off right. I don't know if I just have like defective lips, but for some reason it keeps getting in my mouth. It takes a long time. It's uncomfortable. I hate it. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Fenty traced out lip liner in the shade Satin Panty just to reinforce the color. It also like stained around the edges of my mouth too. Ugh, what a nightmare. Side note, these lip liners are so good and they're really long wearing, so skip the lip stain. Just get one of these amazing colors, super creamy, and they last all day once you let them set down. And then I'm gonna top that with the e.l.f. lip oil in Rose Envy. Okay friends, we made it to the end of this video. That was a roller coaster of emotion. I don't know if it was for you guys, but it was for me on this end. I would say all of these products to me are a little bit too gimmicky. I'm just not talented enough to use them, I will be honest. That lip liner and that primer are just, I would say, just bad. The eyeliner stamp and the eyebrow stencil, it might just be a me thing. So those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like any of these products? Would you be interested in trying any of these products? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.